Okay, so my daughter has a Bovona Flexden trach, and when we do her trach tie changes and we clean around her stoma, we place this product, Mepilex Lite, between her skin and her trach to absorb moisture and keep rubbing and chafing down. This was prescribed by our ENT. They really like it. They recommended it because it does a good job of absorbing the moisture. It's slightly tacky, so it stays in place, and it's a little bit cleaner than using a gauze, a split gauze. So this is, again, this is the Mepilex Lite. Turn it over. You can see that's the reference number. It comes in a large sheet. So each month I get the sheets and I cut out what we need. So it comes in a sheet, so 6 by 6, and from each sheet I cut these. This is what they look like when I'm done cutting them, and we use this to place around her trach by her stoma. Best way to get the most out of these is as follows. Here's the full-size sheet. You can see on the back. Here's where you can peel away the backing. I like to fold it in half. And then cut it in half. And then from here, I fold it into thirds. So I get a total of 6 pieces, which is just about a week's worth if we're changing her trach ties and her dressings daily. With some practice, you'll figure out where that third is. So try and shift it here. All right, there's thirds. You can kind of see. Got it in thirds, and then we're just going to cut it there. And then because some of the corners are rounded, you don't have to do this step, but I like to just round all of them. I'm keeping it together and rounding all the corners. You can leave some of them square if you want to. It's just not necessary. It does nothing but be aesthetically pleasing or satisfying to just have them all be the same. From here, I have 3. 1, 2, 3 that I've cut out. And then I would cut this one into 3 as well. From here, I cut a slit and a little hole within these. Start here in the center, kind of cut up to the middle. Right at about that middle, that halfway point, I stop and I go around in a tiny little circle. This Mepilex is a silicone foam, so it's got some stretch to it. That's what it looks like when I'm done. I can cut out several sheets of these in about 30 minutes. I get about a month's worth of them cut out when I sit down and cut for 30 minutes. Once I've got them all cut, the Mepilex looks like this without the back. This is the Mepilex with the backing removed. You can see it's a little bit tacky, not a lot. I don't know what adhesive they use on here, but my daughter has sensitive skin and this has never caused any issues. It's just tacky enough to help hold it in place. This is my children's trach bear that they use so that they feel comfortable with devices and stuff. So just for an example, we take this, once we've got them all cut out, when we're doing her cares, her dressing changes, we slide it down from the top. You can see it has some stretch to it. We put it under the flanges. This size, where it's in thirds, is excellent because it completely surrounds the flanges, and when we put the ties in, the ties overlap on top of this. Because the Mepilex is stretchy, you can really get it placed flush against the skin of your child. And then from here we would just pull down the ties to secure it in place. It absorbs the moisture really well and does a great job of keeping the stoma clean.